action, but how will these overnight cues impact our own markets? We have our research team joining in to tell you just that. The trade setup, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and the action from the F&O space as well. Hey guys, a very good morning to all of you. It's going to be a truncated week, and let's start with the Power Prep segment then. Rima, welcome back. Tell us, what is the trade setup looking like?
Well, you know, the whole weekend we were glued to the actions of what's taking place in Russia, the rebellion there, the mutiny by the Wagner Group. And is that going to result in a risk-off in global markets this morning? But the apparent truce between the two has resulted that, you know, at least as of now, things are calm on the Asian market. So yes, we had a big sell-off on Wall Street overnight. On Friday, as you pointed out, Nasdaq was down close to about 1%. But this morning, the Asian markets are a mixed picture. Where we are seeing a bit of a reaction is in the energy market. So crude prices, after the slump of last week, Brent crude prices have inched up about 0.5 to 1%. The WTI crude prices too is currently up closer to 1%. For our own markets on Friday, we sold off quite considerably, and now we are very close to our 20-day exponential moving average. So traders are saying we need to hold on to this 20-day EMA, day exponential moving average. Broader markets also came under pressure, so they snapped that outperforming streak. And last week, the mid-cap and the small-cap index ended with a cut of nearly 1%. Will the pain continue in the broader markets? That's something the street will watch. On Friday, both the FIs sold for the second consecutive day, selling close to about 344 crore, and the DIIs also sold. It's a sell figure of 684 crore and not a buy figure. We've got the expiry on Thursday, so the focus will be on that. Globally, you've got a Jerome Powell speech coming up later this week, and we've got 3 IPOs which open up for subscription today. Idea Forge, the manufacturer of drone company, signed DLM, and PKH Ventures, which is a construction company.
Okay, those are a lot of cues. Thank you, Rima, for getting us up to speed with them. Let's talk about some stocks that will be in focus as well. Surbhi joins us with that list. Surbhi.
So I have quite a few stocks on my radar this morning. The first one is SGFC Life. The company receives 940 crores of GST demand notice, and they've deposited 250 crores against this demand under protest. The next one is ICICI Securities. There's a board meeting on June 29th to consider delisting of shares. Godrej Properties, the company acquires 15 acres of land in Haryana. Ipca Labs, US FDA issues Form 483 with 8 observations for company's Pitambur formulations facility. RVNL, the company emerges as the lowest bidder for a project worth 395 crores. And lastly, Zydus Life, the company's wholly owned subsidiary, is going to acquire 6.5% stake in MyLab for 100 odd crores.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for all those cues, Surbhi. Finally, let me go across to Nigel, joining in with all the cues from the F&O space this morning. Hey, Nigel.
Well, morning, Sonal. The last couple of sessions actually have been disappointing for the bulls. The Nifty in the last 2 days, well, we've ended virtually at the low point of the day, which is a bit of a disappointment. The good news, though, is that crude oil prices have corrected, and the monsoon year in India, it's picking up. So that's pretty good news then. Today will be you'll have to watch out whether or not the Nifty confirms that it wants to continue moving to those all-time highs, or maybe pull back a little bit and then move to all-time highs. So in that sense, today is a bit of a test. What do the FIs do in the F&O market? Well, on index futures, they unwound some long positions, and now the long positioning is at around 53%. On the option side, well, they're buying options. They bought options, both the calls as well as puts. On the writing side, they wrote few more calls in comparison to the number of puts. So I'm just going to pull 2 big strikes up. One is the 18,700 call and the 18,700 put. The open interest out there on the on the call side was much higher. The addition was close to around 65 lakh shares odd. The premium is close to around 83 rupees. So you just plug in those numbers and you'll get the broad range for the day. On the downside, close to around 18,620, and on the upside, close to around 18,780. That will be the broad range. So resistance levels comes in at around that 18,783 odd. Support comes in a little bit lower, 18,625. And if we break that, then maybe the Nifty wants to revisit the 50 DMA before trying again to move to those all-time highs. So those are the crucial levels. The SGX Nifty, the last time I checked, was virtually unmoved. So that's indicating a more or less flattish start. Back to you.
Okay, a flat start is what we are expecting. Thank you guys for joining us and prepping us up for this trading day ahead.